All right, today we're going to dig into something that, well, if you're a social media manager, an agency owner, or a freelancer, you know this feeling all too well. Chaos. We're going to explore a tool called CuteDyno, which was basically designed from the ground up to bring some serious order to that chaos.
So, let's just start with a question that might hit a little too close to home. Have you ever had that gut-wrenching, heart-stopping moment when you realize a client's post was just completely missed? It's a nightmare scenario.
And look, it's no wonder it happens, right? I mean, you are buried in endless spreadsheets. You're constantly chasing down clients for approvals, and you're trying to juggle a dozen different brand voices in your head at once. That constant context switching, it doesn't just kill your productivity. It's practically a recipe for disaster.
But what if there was a tool built specifically to cut through all of that noise? And we're not talking about some bloated, overly complicated enterprise software that has a million features you'll never use. We're talking about something that gives you exactly what you need to get the job done right.
So what is CuteDyno, really? Well, at its core, it's a white label social media scheduler, and that white label part is key. It means you can put your own branding on it for your clients. It was designed from day one for client work to help you manage all those different brands, finally automate approvals, and schedule your content everywhere seamlessly.
So how does it actually take you from that feeling of chaos to a feeling of complete control? Let's break down the key features that promise to bring some serious, much-needed order to your daily grind.
First up, and honestly, this is a total game changer for organization. Every single client gets their own dedicated workspace. This isn't just about being neat. It's about lifting that constant mental weight of making sure you don't accidentally mix up Brand A's assets with Brand B's captions. Everything is clean, separate, and right where you need it.
And you don't have to take my word for it. This quote from Dveer, a freelance social media manager, just says it all. CuteDyno's workspace system keeps everything organized. I can actually breathe. That last part, I can actually breathe. That feeling of relief, that's the whole point.
And let's talk about the approval process. You know, the biggest bottleneck? This slide shows just how simple it's supposed to be. 1. You create the content. 2. They approve it right in the platform. 3. It auto-publishes. That's it. You can say goodbye to those endless email chains and trying to find feedback buried in a reply thread.
So, we've got organization handled. Approvals are finally streamlined. Now let's talk about pure speed. Just imagine posting to Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, LinkedIn, and YouTube all from one central command center.
And we're not just talking about saving a couple of minutes here and there. We're talking about literally reclaiming hours of your life every single week. With one composer for everything, the ability to bulk schedule weeks in advance, and a central media library, you're just gaining efficiency at every possible step.
Okay. So you might be thinking, this all sounds great, but who's actually using it? This is where we get into credibility, because this tool is already out there, being used and trusted by people who do exactly what you do.
We're talking over 500 agencies and freelancers who have already made the switch to CuteDyno. That's a pretty strong signal that this isn't just a cool idea. It's a proven solution that's working for people right now.
And this testimonial from Kazi, an agency owner, hits on a massive pain point. We were paying $500 plus per month for tools we barely used. CuteDyno does everything we need at a fraction of the cost. This is all about paying for real value, not for a bunch of features you'll never even touch.
Shri, a content creator, echoes that idea perfectly. Simple but powerful. You create, you get feedback, and you schedule, all without that mentally draining context switching we talked about. It's all about focus. So, this all leads us to two of the biggest things that seem to set CuteDyno apart: its pricing model and the really authentic story behind why it was even created in the first place.
I mean, this is a question that probably resonates with so many of us. Are you just tired of paying for this massive suite of tools when you know you only need a few core features to do your job and do it well?
And like we saw in Kazi's quote, that cost can be staggering. We're talking upwards of $500 a month for some of these huge, complicated tools. For a freelancer or a small agency, that's a significant hit to the bottom line.
Okay, let's just put this side by side. On one hand, you have the enterprise way. It's often full of per-user fees, hidden costs, and that classic software bloat. On the other hand, you have the CuteDyno way. No per-user fees, simple, clear pricing, and a focused tool set that just gives you what you actually need.
And here's where that simplicity really shines through. The pricing is totally transparent.
You've got the starter plan, which is perfect for solo creators. Then there's the growth plan, really designed for small agencies and freelancers. And for bigger teams, the agency plan. It's all built to scale with your business, not to penalize you for growing.
And this is where the story really comes together. The founder, Sandeep, says, I built CuteDyno because I was tired of paying $500 plus a month for tools I barely used. It's the tool I wish existed when I started. You see, this isn't just another product. It was born from the exact same frustration that so many of its users feel.
So when you add all of this up, what's the single biggest takeaway from all of this?
Well, it really comes down to one thing: reclaiming your most valuable asset, which is, of course, your time.
The journey we've just walked through is a pretty clear one. It's about moving away from that chaotic, spreadsheet-driven world of client management and stepping into a single, streamlined, purpose-built workflow. It's about going from chaos to control.
So, we'll just leave you with this one question to chew on. What would you actually do with the hours you'd save every single week? Would you take on another client? Would you focus more on creative strategy? Or maybe, just maybe, you'd finally have a moment to breathe. It's definitely something to think about.